Hello once again, brothers and sisters. Thank you for tuning into YouTube. And I'm just going to talk to you real quickly about this church prosperity gospel that they preach. You know, even in the time of war that we're in right now, they seem to still be pushing prosperity. They're dancing around like chickens with the head cut off, doing the Holy Ghost whop and all this and that. And they don't realize the real saints of the Lord suffer. The real saints of the Lord go homeless. They miss meals. You know, they get guns pulled out on them. They get spit on. They get backstabbed. They get talked about their family. They get death threats. They suffer afflictions in their body. That's the mark of a real saint. Not no Porkchop Pastor sitting in no pagan temple preaching prosperity and eating pork chops and greens full of ham hock and bacon grease and macaroni and cheese with bacon bits. That's not the ways of the Most High. But your Porkchop Pastor is preaching prosperity, and you're looking down at the Israelites because we're not boss balling out of control. You're the misfit, you churches. You're the ones that's going off. You're the apostate churches. You're the modern day Sadducees and Pharisees, not the men standing on the street corners, not the men doing videos, not the men who get fired, because somebody finds out that they're preaching the truth, not the men that are being harassed. Those are the real saints of the Most High. Not some goofball with a church bus picking children up to brainwash them and make them even bigger devils than they are. The westernized church was built on blood, slavery, rape, adultery, paganism, you name it. So, you keep on talking about the Israelites, saying, well, I don't want to listen to you because you don't have a lot of money, or you don't have no three-piece suit and, double-breasted suit and all that stuff. That's not the real gospel. That's a Edomite rendition of the gospel. And so, brothers and sisters in the truth, don't let nobody tell you that, I don't want to listen to you just because you don't have money like T.D. Jakes and Creflo Dollar and Joel Osteen. Those guys are porkchop pastors that are preaching lies, and they're backed by the industry, and they're backed by Satan. They sold their souls. And what shall man gain? If a man even gained the whole world and lose his own soul, what does it really gain? So that's all I wanted to share about that, real quick, real brief, because I see a lot of this, this haughtiness in these churches, thinking that just because they eating good, 3 meals a day and snacks, and they got fancy cars and fancy homes, that they're really with the Most High, and they're not. They're further from the Most High than they could ever imagine. It's the men that are suffering, that are being defamed, and have lost it all. Even families, even wives, even, in-laws, brothers, sisters. Those are the real men and women of the Most High, of Yahweh Shai. And so with that being said,